നമസ്കാരം. ഇന്ത്യൻ വനിതാ ലീഗിൽ ഇന്ന് കിരീട പോരാട്ടം. ഗോകുലം കേരള എഫ് സിയും തമിഴ്നാട്ടിൽ നിന്നുള്ള സേതു എഫ് സിയുമാണ് കിരീടത്തിനായി. ഇതുവരെ ലീഗിൽ കളിച്ച എല്ലാ മത്സരത്തിലും ജയിച്ച ഗോകുലം എഫ് സിയും സേതു എഫ് സിയും തമ്മിൽ കിരീടത്തിനായി ഇന്ന് തീപാറുന്നൊരു പോരാട്ടം പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാം ഫുട്ബോൾ പ്രേമികൾക്ക്. എല്ലാ ഫുട്ബോൾ പ്രേമികൾക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി പ്ലേ ഓഫ് മീഡിയയിലേക്ക് ഹാർദവമായ സ്വാഗതം. ഇരു ടീമുകളും ഇതുവരെ 10 മത്സരങ്ങളാണ് കളിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതിൽ നിന്ന് 30 പോയിന്റുകൾ ഇരു ടീമുകളും നേടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഗോൾ ഡിഫറൻസ് കൂടുതലുള്ളതിനാൽ ഗോകുലം തന്നെയാണ് പട്ടികയിൽ ഒന്നാം സ്ഥാനത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇന്നത്തെ മത്സരത്തിൽ സേതു എഫ് സിക്കെതിരെ ഒരു സമനില ലഭിച്ചാൽ കൂടി ഗോകുലം കേരളത്തിൽ സ്വന്തമാക്കും. ഇതുവരെ 10 മത്സരത്തിൽ നിന്ന് 3 ഗോളുകൾ മാത്രമാണ് ഗോകുലം കേരള വഴങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സേതു എഫ് സിയും 3 ഗോളുകൾ മാത്രമാണ് വഴങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഇന്നത്തെ മത്സരത്തിൽ പ്രതിരോധ ഫുട്ബോൾ കളിച്ചാൽ ഗോകുലം കേരളയ്ക്ക് തുടർച്ചയായ 2ാം തവണയും വനിതാ ലീഗ് കിരീടം കേരളത്തിലെത്തിക്കാമെന്നാണ് അവരുടെ അണികളുടെ പ്രതീക്ഷ. അവസാന മത്സരത്തിൽ സ്പോർട്സ് ഒഡീഷയെ നേരിട്ട ഗോകുലം കേരള 7-1 എന്ന സ്കോറിനായിരുന്നു വിജയം കരസ്ഥമാക്കിയത്. മുന്നേറ്റ നിരയിൽ എൽഷദായി അചൻകോ, മനീഷ കല്യാൺ, ജ്യോതി തുടങ്ങിയ താരങ്ങൾ മികച്ച ഫോമിൽ തന്നെ. മധ്യനിര താരങ്ങളായ കശ്മിന, സമീക്ഷ തുടങ്ങിയവരും ഗോകുലത്തിന് കരുത്തു പകരുന്ന താരങ്ങൾ തന്നെയാണ്. പ്രതിരോധത്തിലും ഡാലിമ, ചിബർ, ഋതുവാണി, രഞ്ജന ചാനു, ആശ ലതാ ദേവി തുടങ്ങിയവരെല്ലാം മികച്ച ഫോമിൽ കളി തുടരുകയും. അതിനാൽ സേതു എഫ് സിയെ പരാജയപ്പെടുത്തി കിരീടം നിലനിർത്താമെന്ന പ്രതീക്ഷയിൽ തന്നെയാണ് ബൾഗേറിയൻസിന്റെ പരിശീലകൻ ആന്റണി ആൻഡ്രൂസും കളിക്കാരും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ആരാധകരും. ഇന്ന് രാത്രി ഇന്ത്യൻ സമയം 7:30 കലിംഗ ഭുവനേശ്വറിലുള്ള കലിംഗ സ്റ്റേഡിയത്തിലാണ് കിരീട പോരാട്ടം നടക്കുന്നത്. ഐ ലീഗ് കിരീട നേട്ടത്തിന് പിന്നാലെ വനിതാ ലീഗ് ഫുട്ബോളിലും കിരീടമണിയാൻ ഗോകുലം കേരള എഫ് സി കാത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇന്നത്തെ മത്സരത്തിൽ സേതു എഫ് സിക്കെതിരെ സമനില നേടിയാൽ തന്നെ ചാമ്പ്യന്മാരായ ഗോകുലം വനിതാ ടീമിന് കേരള കിരീടം നിലനിർത്താൻ സാധിക്കും. രാത്രി 7:30 കലിംഗ സ്റ്റേഡിയത്തിലാണ് മത്സരം. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒപ്പത്തിനൊപ്പം കരുത്തരാണ് ഇരു ടീമും. 10 കളിയിൽ ഇരു ടീമിനും 30 പോയിന്റ്. എന്നാൽ ഗോകുലം ഗോൾ വ്യത്യാസത്തിൽ മുന്നിലാണ്. ഗോകുലം ഇതുവരെ നേടിയത് 63 ഗോളുകളാണ്. എന്നാൽ സേതു എഫ് സി 41 ഗോളുകൾ ഇതുവരെയുള്ള 10 കളികളിൽ നിന്ന് നേടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞു. നടക്കുന്നത് കിരീട പോരാട്ടം എന്ന് തന്നെ പറയാം. നിലവിലെ ജേതാക്കളായ ഗോകുലം കേരള തമിഴ്നാട്ടിൽ നിന്നുള്ള സേതു എഫ് സിയുമായാണ്. ടീമുകൾക്ക് 30 പോയിന്റാണ്. ഇന്ന് ജയിക്കുന്ന ടീമുകൾ തീർച്ചയായും കിരീടം കരസ്ഥമാക്കും. ഇരു ടീമും ഇന്ന് ഏറ്റുമുട്ടുമ്പോൾ ഗോൾ വ്യത്യാസത്തിൽ മുന്നിലുള്ളത് ഗോകുലം ആണ് എന്നുള്ളത് മാത്രം തന്നെ അവർക്ക് സമനില മാത്രം മതി കിരീടം നേടുക.
I think, okay, of course, I'm going to go in my favor, in favor of Gokulam. I think we're going to win the game by 3-0. 3-0 is my prediction, or 3-1. Sorry. Yeah. Anju, prediction.
Yeah, I'll go in the favor of my club.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously, because I want to win. So,
Scoreline
2-1.
2-1. Mine's 3-0, 3-1. 2-1.
हम लोग बहुत अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करके आया दो लॉन्ग जर्नी है। अभी इस पर सबके साथ खेलना पड़ेगा ना, तो अच्छा लग रहा है। सबसे अभी फाइनल जैसा आगे लास्ट गोकुलम के साथ खेलना है। हम लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट खेलने के लिए, काफ़ी लेने में।
I think this year has been good for IWL because it has gone all the way to the last match. So Gokulam is a very good side and experienced side. But we also have few experienced players in our department, and we have an advantage of youth. We will be eager to go for this kind of a match. I think this kind of a match, for my players, it's an opportunity to show them like we are good enough, at least show their what do you say, their potential there, and see they can. It's a platform where they can knock on the national team door also. So I think such games are where players can show their character. So I think final. I think it's more about my players than me. So it's all about them. I think they have to have that belief to believe in themselves that they are the best. So if they do that, I think we'll come up with the trophy, I can say.
It's been an incredible tournament. Glad that we had so many teams, 12 teams participating for the first time. So many matches for the first time again, and I'm glad that the final decider, the winner of the IWL will be decided on the last match, which is always very exciting and something that each of the players look forward to.
It's a great, amazing feeling. The players are pumped up. The management, the club, everyone is fans. Everyone is looking for this match on 26th. Yeah, we're gonna give our best in this game.
Yeah, SETHU FC is a strong team. They've proved throughout this tournament. They've been unbeaten throughout this tournament, and they've got a good mix of some local players as well as national team players. Some incredible performances through this league. We've watched them, we've seen their matches, and for us, it's going to be a tough job. We have to be at 100%, give all out to be able to win this trophy and win this league this time.
I think I think I mean, of course, I'm going to go in my favor, in favor of Gokulam. I think we're going to win the game by 3-0. 3-0 is my prediction, or 3-1. But, yeah. Anju? Prediction.
Yeah, I'll go in the favor of my club.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously, because I want to win. So,
Scoreline.
2-1.
2-1. Mine's 3-0, 3-1. 2-1.
हम लोग बहुत अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करके आया तो लॉन्ग जर्नी है। अभी इस बार सबके साथ खेलना पड़ेगा ना, तो अच्छा लग रहा है। सबसे अभी फाइनल जैसा आगे लास्ट गोकुलम के साथ खेलना है। हम लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है खेलने के लिए, ट्रॉफी लेने में।
I think so. This year has been good for IWL, so because it has gone all the way to the last match. So Gokulam is a very good side and experienced side, but we also have few experienced players in our department, and we have an advantage of youth. We will be eager to go for this kind of a match. I think this kind of a match for my players, it's an opportunity to show them we are good enough, at least show their what to say, their potential there, and see they can. It's a platform where they can knock on the national team door also. So I think such games are where players can show their character. So I think final. I think it's more about my players than me. So it's all about them. I think they have to have that belief to believe in themselves that they are the best. So if they do that, I think we'll come up with the trophy, I can say.
Been an incredible tournament. Glad that we had so many teams, 12 teams participating for the first time. So many matches for the first time again, and I'm glad that the final decider, the winner of the IWL will be decided on the last match, which is always very exciting and something that each of the players look forward to.
It's a great, amazing feeling. The players are pumped up. The management, the club, everyone is fans. Everyone is looking for this match on 26th. Yeah, we're gonna give our best in this game.
Yeah, Sethu FC is a strong team. They've proved throughout this tournament. They've been unbeaten throughout this tournament, and they've got a good mix. We've watched them, we've seen their matches, and for us, it's going to be a tough job. We have to be at 100%, give all out to be able to win this trophy and win this league this time.
It's so bad. Okay, yeah, this one's for you. Oh! I think, okay, of course, I'm going to go in my favor, in favor of Gokulam. I think we're going to win the game by 3-0. 3-0 is my prediction, or 3-1. But, yeah. Anju? Prediction.
Yeah, I'll go in the favor of my club.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously, because I want to win. So,
Scoreline.
2-1.
2-1. Mine's 3-0, 3-1. 2-1.
हम लोग बहुत अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करके आया दो लॉन्ग जर्नी है। अभी इस बार सबके साथ खेलना पड़ेगा ना, तो अच्छा लग रहा है। सबसे अभी फाइनल जैसा आगे लास्ट गोकुलम के साथ खेलना है। हम लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है खेलने के लिए, ट्रॉफी लेने में।
I think so. This year has been good for IWL. So because it has gone all the way to the last match. So Gokulam is a very good side and experienced side. But we also have few experienced players in our department, and we have an advantage of youth. We will be eager to go for this kind of a match. I think this kind of a match for my players, it's an opportunity to show them we are good enough, at least show their what do you say, their potential, and see they can. It's a platform where they can knock on the national team door also. So I think such games are where players can show their character. So I think final. I think it's more about my players than me. So it's all about them. I think they have to have that belief, to believe in themselves that they are the best. So if they do that, I think we'll come up with the trophy, I can say.
It's been an incredible tournament. Glad that we had so many teams, 12 teams participating for the first time. So many matches for the first time again, and I'm glad that the final decider, the winner of the IWL will be decided on the last match, which is always very exciting and something that each of the players look forward to.
It's a great, amazing feeling. The players are pumped up. The management, the club, everyone is fans. Everyone is looking for this match on 26th. Yeah, we're gonna give our best in this game.
Yeah, SETHU FC is a strong team. They've proved throughout this tournament. They've been unbeaten throughout this tournament, and they've got a good mix of some local players as well as national team players. Some incredible performances through this league. We've watched them, we've seen their matches, and for us, it's going to be a tough job. We have to be at 100%, give all out to be able to win this trophy and win this league this time.
I think, I mean, of course, I'm going to go in my favor, in favor of Gokulam. I think we're going to win the game by 3-0. 3-0 is my prediction, or 3-1. But, yeah. Anju? Prediction.
Yeah, I'll go in the favor of my club.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously, because I want to win. So,
Scoreline.
2-1.
2-1. Mine's 3-0, 3-1. 2-1.
हम लोग बहुत अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करके आया दो लॉन्ग जर्नी है। अभी इस बार सबके साथ खेलना पड़ेगा ना, तो अच्छा लग रहा है। सबसे अभी फाइनल जैसा आगे लास्ट गोकुलम के साथ खेलना है। हम लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है खेलने के लिए, ट्रॉफी लेने में।
I think so. This year has been good for IWL. So because it has gone all the way to the last match. So Gokulam is a very good side and experienced side. But we also have few experienced players in our department, and we have an advantage of youth. We will be eager to go for this kind of a match. I think this kind of a match for my players, it's an opportunity to show them we are good enough, at least show their what do you say, their potential there, and see they can. It's a platform where they can knock on the national team door also. So I think such games are where players can show their character. So I think final. I think it's more about my players than me. So it's all about them. I think they have to have that belief, to believe in themselves that they are the best. So if they do that, I think we'll come up with the trophy, I can say.
It's been an incredible tournament. Glad that we had so many teams, 12 teams participating for the first time. So many matches for the first time.
And both Aditi Chauhan and Soumya have conceded only 3 goals this season in the Hero Indian Women's League. Elizabeth bringing it down. A heavy touch and Kashmina recovers. And Gokulam Kerala no. They can even do it with a point, but sometimes that kind of a calculation can be difficult for teams to navigate. You have to do it with a win, sometimes can be a blessing in disguise for the teams. There's no fallback plan for SETHU Madurai. They have to win it. And now they're pressing high, the team in blue. Rashalata Devi, she's got plenty of experience in her locker to hold the move off. The India international Ranjana Chanu making that clearance and throw in for SETHU Madurai. And expecting a tactical game in the first 30 minutes. Both the teams will try to have a look at each other's game plan. Gokulam Kerala just dipping their toes onto it before placing their best foot forward. In comes the cross and easily dealt with. Under a bit of a pressure, Rashalata Devi. And that brings a corner kick for SETHU Madurai. The first corner of the game within the first couple of minutes. And look to swing in a telling ball. An outswing floater goes up for it. Manisha Kalyan doing her part of defensive duty. Shot comes in from Anju Tamang. A sharp deflection, and that's the opening goal for SETHU Madurai. Gokulam Kerala defense caught napping. And the corner kick have finally worked for the team in blue. And the former champions are celebrating. Gokulam Kerala went down against Indian Arrows and once again finds themselves trailing on the decided day. It is the Judgment Day headliner in the Hero Indian Women's League, and a rude awakening for Gokulam Kerala. As SETHU Madurai scored from the first move itself, and El Shaddai meanwhile is cutting a very frustrated figure. Let's have a look at the corner. Misjudging the flight of the ball, Rashalata Devi. She stood firm, going up for it was the number 15. A shot from Anju Tamang taking a lucky deflection for Renu, and she nods it into the back of the net. An excellent start. Breakneck beginning. There's some early nerves involved in the Gokulam Kerala defense, maybe feeling the brunt of defending a title. The men's team was quite successful in doing so at the Salt Lake Stadium against Mohammedan Sporting in front of a jam-packed Mohammedan Sporting fans. SETHU Madurai just proving that they are no pushovers. They have come here to make a statement. Slight sluggishness in the Gokulam Kerala defense, and it's been exploited by SETHU Madurai. This is Soumya, ball from deep. El Shaddai is chasing, but she is pulled from behind, and it is a free kick for Gokulam Kerala. After 65 games, it comes down to SETHU Madurai facing Gokulam Kerala. The top two teams in action for the very first time this season. A new beginning for new legacy. The two teams will showcase ambition and passion, and tonight a new star will take the lights. The heroes will emerge, history will be made. Only one team can be the champions and create new legacy. Who will it be is the question. And meanwhile, an early yellow card been flashed out by Kanika Burman, today's referee. She has been in charge of this nail-biting of an encounter. And Dalima Chiba in set-piece duties for Gokulam Kerala. Chiba floats it towards the back post. Header comes in. He just had to keep it underneath the crossbar. Out jumps her marker was Ratan Bala Devi. It was Elizabeth, the Kenyan forward, at the back post defending the number 10. But she somehow managing to out jump SETHU Madurai's jersey number 27 and get the header away. But thankfully for Gokulam, thankfully for SETHU Madurai, it was not on target, and there's a goal kick. And Sandhya played it out. with all hands on deck, Sethu Madurai. From now on, their plan will be to go all out and get the second goal, get the third goal. If they sit back and defend, it can be quite risky against this Gokulam Kerala team, who are ruthless going forward. And that's the confirmation of the yellow card. It's given to the number 24 of Sethu Madurai, Mitchell Castana. We've had 296 goals this season in the Hero Indian Women's League in 65 matches, and if you count that strike from Sethu Madurai, it's the 297th one in 65 and a half matches. Sethu Madurai really getting under the skin of Gokulam Kerala, giving them a taste of their own medicine. In many ways, one may feel like the ultimate expression of modern Indian football, a club with history and pride, and against one of the newer teams, and the Hero Indian Women's League in its fullest, with the quickest breaks and the most audacious goals, the biggest tackles, and of course the most crafty flicks from the players on the pitch. And two of the most cerebral managers, one obsessed with the complexities of the game, of justifying who he is, and the other simplifying football in the most. It's gone out of play, an injury to a Gokulam Kerala player. The play stopped momentarily. Gokulam Kerala and Sethu Madurai are aware of the fact that Gokulam Kerala have got plenty of firepower in their ranks. 1-0 is never a safe score line in the game of football. Those margins can be popped very easily. We saw them make a comeback against the Arrows. But it has so been the case in the Hero Indian Women's League. Teams getting their plans right against Gokulam have troubled them. We saw SSB in the first half against Gokulam Kerala, keeping things tight at the back. Arrows as well finished at 1-1 in the first half, but it was a narrow escape for the Malabarians. And El Chadai coming to the rescue and scoring the equalizer, giving them the lead. And after scoring the equalizer late in the first half, that story, that win is in the past now. In football, one has to look at the present. Winners of this game will qualify for the AFC Club Championship next year. Now Kashmina pouring forward, Gokulam Kerala, Manisha Kalyan with a flash of pace, goes past the marker as if she did not exist. Manisha Kalyan keeps on going, but Kaushalya steps in and stops her on her tracks. And with those long spindly legs, Manisha Kalyan, she's a terrier down the left channel. And both these players, Ranjana Chanu and Manisha Kalyan, combines very well within the game. Manisha also tracks backs and supports Ranjana Chanu. That is quite the requirement of modern day football. Sandhya, Dalima Chipper stepping up. It's a 50-50 situation. Keeper somehow managing to get there first. Keeping Dangmei Grace at bay. Gokulam Kerala at least showing some positive intent. Put their money on the Malabarians. It's stolen away by Elizabeth in a very, very dangerous area. And Kartiga had to run behind to arrange it. Pavitra on the overlap, kept in play. Pavitra riding the challenge from Soumya. And gets caught out there to Dalima Chiba. Short passing build up from Gokulam. They are feeling the heat here. But they have got plenty of experience in their ranks to ride the storm, to mount a comeback. 5 India current national team players: Ashanka Devi, Dalima Chiba, Aditi Chauhan, Ranjana Chanu, Ritu Rani. And not forget Manisha Kalyan as well. One of the brightest prospects of Indian football. El Shaddai making inroads inside the penalty area, and a penalty has been awarded to Gokulam Kerala as Kanika Burman points to the spot as El Shaddai was nicked from behind, straight onto her shins. Let's have a closer look at the action replay. That was the challenge from the number 24, Mitchell. She's already on a yellow. A sent-off here. Gonna add insult to injury. And that was that extended left foot from Mitchell, bringing down El Shaddai. And a penalty for Gokulam Kerala. And we are off to a sublime start here at the Kalinga Stadium. In the battle of supremacy. Which team gonna have the last laugh? As the Hero Indian Women's League unfolding stories of some indomitable spirits. It is unfolding a new chapter in Indian football. Will there be a redemption here? Now, can the goalkeeper Soumya redeem herself and make one of the most vital saves of the season? El Shaddai is taken out for treatment. And the responsibility going to lie on the shoulders of Ashalata Devi. She has already converted one spot kick, and that was against Kickstart Football Club. Can she repeat the obvious here tonight? Here at the Kalinga Stadium is the question. El Shaddai is slightly limping. She is at the top of the pile when it comes to goal scoring. And looks favourite to bag the golden boot. 19 goals and 4 hat-tricks for the Ghanaian centre forward. Devi rolling up her sleeves. Right to eye contact with Soumya. Is this the moment for Gokulam Kerala? Are they on the road to resurgence? We have seen a few wonderful players in this tournament. Missing spot kicks. Ashalata Devi will be under a bit of a pressure. It's never easy. You've got to keep a calm head. She's got a nerve of steel. Here goes Ashalata Devi, and the goalkeeper judged the right way. But the pace on the ball took the keeper by surprise and out of Soumya's reach. And finally Gokulam Kerala back on level terms within the first quarter of this game. It's even Stevens here at the Kalinga Stadium. Look at the spot kick, placing it into the bottom corner. Keeper at full stretch, still not managing to get the feel of the ball. And it is an area where even the best goalkeepers can't get their placement was inch perfect from the central defender. And it's 1-1 here. She spread it out. Biggest creative force for number 7. With amazing runs down the left channel. Dalima Chiba will have her job cut out today. Arifa also has a big task on hand to stop Manisha Kalyan. It's just the beginning of the game. We will see teams open up as the game progresses. A decent tempo already to this game. Kashmina. Attack too long for Manisha Kalyan, just asking a bit too much from the youngster. The prolific Ghanaian striker has taken the Hero Indian Women's League by storm with her dazzling scoring form for Gokulam. She is all set to make history by becoming the first woman from Ghana to be the top scorer of the tournament. Bala Devi, of course, is the all-time top goal scorer in the history of the Hero Indian Women's League with 35 goals. Being a foreigner, El Shaddai, everyone needs some time to adjust, but that hasn't been the case for her. She has been with the team for a few months now, and everyone makes her feel at home. And the Hero Indian Women's League is a good platform for exposure to many players like her. Enthusiasm, the passion of everyone. so competitive and interesting. She aims to score 20 goals and set a record for herself. And Gokulam Kerala on a mission here from the right hand side. Dangmei Grace. And off the ball. A few hot words exchanged between Dangmei Grace and the number 11 of SETHU Madurai, and that is Grace Lalrampari. Both the namesakes, in fact, having a go at each other. A backhand flick from El Shaddai. Not on point, straight to the keeper though. Gokulam Kerala will bridge down the gaps. They've got plenty of experience. And once they reorganize and regroup, they shut down the gaps. Mount goes forward, moves at a breakneck pace. It's all about SETHU Madurai matching with them in pace. And once they fails to do so, it's going to be a task for SETHU Madurai to get the control of the game, as Gokulam Kerala already having a vice-like grip. Dangmei Grace with a heavy touch. This is Sandhya. Just near the center circle. The ball is recollected. Gokulam Kerala have it back. Crossfield pass for Manisha Kalyan. And Arifa was very alert. A tussle going on between Grace and Renu. And now venturing forward, Sandhya gets the helping hand from Kartiga. This is Pavitra. Had to go through a lot of hardships to reach at this level. Excellent body swerve from Elizabeth. Ranjana Chanu with the firm header away. El Shaddai dropping deep to recover the ball for Gokulam. So far she's been devoid of service, and now tricking her way past. El Shaddai making good grounds already. She's got defenders on her heels, riding off a couple of challenges. Soumya, El Shaddai with a cross in wonderful technique, but the header just couldn't generate plenty of power with her neck muscle. And it was Dangmei Grace's header not finding the target, and the chance goes begging for the team in maroon. About maroon, another team comes to mind is Mohan Bagan, the side from Kolkata. And Gokulam Kerala, they have trounced both East Bengal Mohan Bagan and Mohan Sporting as well, and defeated Mohan Bagan and East Bengal during the Durand Cup semi-final. And fresh from that victory against Mohan Bagan in the AFC Cup, the group stage match as well, almost a week ago. And Kolkata are proving to be a happy hunting ground for the Malabarians. And Praveen, the Gokulam Kerala owner, will be a very happy man to see his side do remarkably well. And now Sandhya, she certainly has a plan here. That plan is foiled by Ratan Baladevi, the sitting midfielder of Gokulam Kerala. Dangmei Grace trying to be proactive, but Lalrampari making sure that is not quite possible, not at least for the time being. The first 20 minutes, both the teams trying to impose themselves more on the ball. Gokulam Kerala looking to stretch SETHU Madurai down the flank and open up the centre. The likes of Grace, El Shaddai, and Soumya will be looking to make late runs inside the box and outfox the SETHU Madurai defence. Both teams conceded 4 goals. Gokulam Kerala, they cannot afford to think about the medals. They cannot afford to think about the trophy at present. They got to think about the remaining 69 minutes of this game. And when it is a potential title decider, cannot settle for anything less. There's always something special on the cards. And all the players present in the field of play will be fighting for their little positions. And if anyone gets into those positions, will have to win those individual battles. SETHU Madurai cannot afford to lose their bottle tonight. Manisha Kalyan, hero Indian Women's League's crowning glory in a shining jewel. She has been an important ingredient to the way Gokulam Kola go forward. Down the left, down the right, through the middle, winning wicket. There was a wicket deflection from Baby, which led to that goal being conceded by Gokulam Kerala. But she cancelled out her wickedness by converting from the spot kick. Wickedness cancelled out via a smart penalty take. Sandhya, a slight deflection off a blue shirt. No nonsense from the goal scorer herself. And we can see sizable fans on the stands. And lots of invitees and VIP dignitaries in attendance. The Odisha government doing exceedingly well in making sure the Hero Indian Women's League happens despite all the odds, breaking barriers, and the world football going through a difficult time due to the COVID pandemic, putting our life out of gear. Now the world is healing with the resumption of this beautiful sport in India, a sign of better days to come. Fans in the stands. This is Sonia, not the greatest of the touches. She is quite aware of that fact herself, that she is a much better player and can do much better. But it is those nerves of the final. And the butterflies in the stomach yet to settle down. Ritu Rani, excellent covering, shielding Elizabeth, wins the ball but loses out. SETHU Madurai, this is looking very dangerous. And heart in the mouth kind of stuff. And so close, SETHU Madurai. And look at that. And that was Renu. And Ritu Rani fails to win the ball off her. Lost her marker completely. And Renu quickly set off. And the angle slightly went against her. Now El Chidai, very composed on the ball. A certain calmness that the Bhanian adds to her gameplay makes it look so interesting, and that has been one of the strong points for Gokulam Kerala this season. They will be missing certainly the creativity and the vision of Wintan. They've got a lot of players in the squad who can fill into those big shoes of Wintan. And Dangme Grace and Manisha Kalyan will have to take some extra responsibilities. The youngster can pull out trick after trick from her bag. And she needs to learn to carry responsibilities on her shoulders, which can only drop to beat defenders. Dalima Chiba had to run behind to arrange it. Pavitra on the overlap, kept in play. Pavitra inroads inside the penalty area, and a ball just escaping El Shaddai. Wayward clearance brought down by Soumya. Having plenty of the ball, Gokulam Kerala, but seems like they have taken their foot off the pedal. No such clear-cut scoring opportunities since that penalty. They will rely highly on El Shaddai. Cross towards the back post. Cleared away before it could get to Manisha Kalyan by Anjutama. The match going on under the floodlight here at the Kalinga Stadium, but there is certainly no lights into the hearts of the Sethu Madurai fans because their team is trailing. The team is locked at 1-1. It's as good as trailing by a goal because they need a win. A draw won't help. The first half an hour, hardly any time to breathe. Slight knock at El Shaddai's back. A very rare miss pass. You cannot afford to do that, especially against a team like Gokulam Kerala, who can be so dangerous on the break. Trying to impose their attacking authority. Sethu Madurai on the flip side, struggling to reinforce the supremacy. So now comes to Sandhya. Clever touch. And the move is spoiled by Kashmina. And they've been tasked with tracking back and support for the defense. And you can see the Gokulam Kerala back foot dropping off very quickly. And Manisha Kalyan and Soumya are trying to stay closer to their fullbacks. That is how things should be, especially when you are up against a player like Sandhya, who is of supreme quality. And then the first hydration break in this nail-biting of an encounter. And it is locked at 1-1. Sethu Madurai taking an early lead. That lead has been cancelled out by Ashalat Devi from the spot kick. Break. Game of high intensity, high tempo. Cooling break at this point of the time was of utmost importance. Crispin Chetri just asking his team to calm down, keep a cool head, and try and work according to the game plan. And Anthony Andrews knows the score line so far in his favour, but he is a kind of coach who will look at it very much from the point of view of full 3 points. While having a chat with Anthony Andrews, he mentioned that he wants to make a wall win record in the Hero Indian Women's League. And Gokulam Kerala, they are unbeaten in 20 games so far, and that if you take into account those 10 matches that they have played during the Scoreline Kerala Women's League, they've won all 10 of them. 20 straight wins in domestic football. The last time they lost a game was in the AFC Cup to a strong Iraqi side. And that story, that tale is in the past now. And El Shaddai helps it on towards Manisha Kalyan. And Manisha Kalyan looking to set off last-ditch defending, but she comes away with the ball. Manisha Kalyan once again buys half a yard. In comes the cross, flashing it across the face of goal, and El Shaddai has done the job here. It is the Ghanaian to the rescue once again. Right place at the right time. This is the kind of threat the number 15 possesses. And goal number 20 for El Shaddai. 2-1 Gokulam Kerala. And look at that confusion inside the 6-yard box. As Pavitra doesn't deal with it. And El Shaddai was lurking around and finishing it like a splitting cobra. She doesn't need a second invitation. You offer her an inch, she will take a mile. It is 2-1. Midway through the first half. Now this excitement, now this energy that seemed to be enveloped in gloom is now bursting. And such has been the spontaneous outburst of overflowing emotions, and that even the whistle of the referee cannot be heard. Gokulam Kerala playing this like in the last game of life. Each and every player fighting for the ball, going forward in collective numbers, tracking back in collective numbers, working as a well-oiled machine. After a perfect start, looking dejected and distraught. Such has been the nature of the Hero Indian Women's League. It's never easy. It's never over till it's over. You got to wait till the last minute. Will there be a final twist before the red carpet? Now we in for a grandstand finish to the first 45 minutes. We have witnessed 3 goals. Both the teams with 2 contrasting styles, but with similar ambition in the field of play. The temperature in Bhubaneswar has gone down a few notches in recent weeks, but amidst the heat, both teams looking to take this game by storm here. Successful club in recent times, Gokulam Kerala. Winners of the Hero I-League twice, winners of the Hero Cup back in 2019. They are on the cusp of winning the Hero Indian Women's League for the second time. Got spoke too soon, still a lot of time remaining. Arduous 45 minutes lying ahead of us. SETHU Madurai had to go through a lot of complexities in setting their squad up for this particular tournament. It's a weak header towards the edge of the area. Anju Tamang is there to collect. And Anju Tamang rolls it down the line, but only helps Ashalata Devi instead. Ranjana Charu. Dangmai Grace. Kashmina. Close on her is Ratanwala Devi. Patient and probing Gokulam Kerala. Looking for that one crisp move forward that will spark them back into life. It has sparked them back into life. Bala, wrong footing Kartika. The challenge from Anju Tamang was good enough. Renu from the right. It's a great ball in behind, a stray header from Ritu Rani. And almost clashes with Aditi Chauhan. But she grabs hold of the ball. The senior India international. Neat judgment from Dalima Chubar as well. Dalima is missing. Much more active defending. That must be the instruction from Anthony Andrews, that when you are especially up against someone like Sandhya, you cannot afford to be out of position. You've got to be cautious, which is why certain calculation, certain restriction to Dalima's movement. This is looking quite serious, warning signs on the SETHU Madurai bench. Chetri will be hoping she is all right. She is one of the primary weapons of Puspin Chetri tonight. Not done yet, Gokulam Kerala. Here comes the ball again. Guide on towards Manisha Kalyan. Is goal number 14 for the youngster. And El Shaddai with the assist. 3-1 Gokulam Kerala. The game is slightly slipping away from SETHU Madurai's grip. And now it's the team in maroon all over the team in blue. Soumya's cross, guide on from El Shaddai, and Manisha Kalyan says, thank you very much. I was waiting for it all day long. And that must be the easiest of the goals scored by Manisha Kalyan in her career. Scorers for Gokulam Kerala, one on 20 goals, the other one on 14. Responding on this mammoth occasion. Both of them have scored combined 34 goals. Gokulam Kerala have scored 66 so far. And the tournament's 300 goal as well. And that comes from the post girl of Indian football, Manisha Kalyan. Elizabeth, she's got options to her left and right. Anju Tamang also racing forward from the near side, getting involved in a tussle. And there you go. Ask his team to come down and slow down the tempo. He's so expert in game management. AIFC's youngest coach. Previously with Minerva Punjab, also worked for RIFC. The rub of the green going Gokulam Kerala's way. Dalima Chiba once again with a pinpoint cross. Not the first time you see it, not the last time you've seen it. And she's done that over time and again in this competition. With the most number of crossing accuracy. possession. In terms of keeping a hold of the ball, it's been evenly poised. In terms of creating and scoring chances, Gokulam Kerala, they are a class apart. SETHU Madurai simply no match to the Malappuram. Level best with the weapons available in the armory. I'll tell you what, as the game progresses, we'll see that score line extend in Gokulam's favour, because in the second half, the SETHU Madurai will go all out, and that will leave a lot of spaces in defence, which the likes of El Shaddai and Dangmei Grace will try and exploit. It can turn out to be a goal fest. And apart from the first 30 minutes, it's been Gokulam Kerala all over the pitch in the last quarter of the first half. Still a few seconds remain to be regulated 45. Gokulam Kerala will go into the break with the lead, additional time of 3 minutes. Crispin Chetri, he needs half time more than anyone else. He needs to go get back to the drawing board, revive his plan. And Anthony Andrews, he knows it's all about seeing off the remaining 45 minutes. And apart from that early defensive error, Gokulam Kerala absolutely spot on here. They looked slightly jittery in the opening 20 minutes in defence. As I have mentioned, when you've got experience and quality on the pitch, it always tells in the end of the day. And that is exactly what has happened. El Shaddai with a sharp turn. Manisha Kalyan getting involved, making that run vertically, setting up outside the edge of the area. The keeper did get her hand onto it and touching it behind for a corner kick. Manisha Kalyan cutting in vertically is setting up Shomya. And it's a corner for Gokulam. Takes it, might be a powerful header, completely miscued, right back into the mix, and this time nicely collected by Soumya. She stood firm, and Ranjana Chanu with a high cross. Gokulam Kerala teasing and tormenting SETHU Madurai. Goal here for SETHU Madurai before going into the break will certainly put the cat among the pigeons. For that to happen, they got to put their shoulders to the wheel. Afraid a few time remaining in less than 30 seconds. Gokulam Kerala now organized at the back. Slight weakness in Gokulam Kerala's defense, especially on the right hand side, but that is resolved. And so, whistle for half time. SETHU Madurai, despite taking an early lead, making a wonderful start to the game, finds themselves trailing by 3-1. With El Shaddai putting them in front, followed by an influence goal from Manisha Kalyan. And all that momentum gained by Sethu Madurai is quelled by El Shaddai's second goal. And these are the first half stats then, 50-50 in terms of ball possession. Not much difference between the two teams in terms of the shots. 2 on target from Sethu, 4 from Gokulam. And both the teams winning a corner kick each. And these are the shots taken by Sethu Madurai in the first half, only 4. Renu Rani and Anju Tamang with 2 apiece. Let's have a look at the shots taken by Gokulam with 6. Ratan Bala with 2. El Shaddai with 1. Ashalata with 1. Soumya with 1. And Manisha Kalyan with 1 as well. One chance. Slotted it into the back of the net. Both Ashalata and El Shaddai. Manisha Kalyan as well. That's the kind of perfection required up top in a final like this. Gokulam Kerala just living up to its billing. 3 fouls committed by Sethu Madurai. Kastana with 2, Elizabeth with 1. That's how we look at the fouls committed by Gokulam. It's none. It's been a pretty clean game from them in the first half. And so let's have a look at the highlights. The last and potential title decider between Sethu Madurai and Gokulam Kerala kicking off at the Kalinga Stadium. Lots of the future has been written about this game, and this was the opening goal from Sethu Madurai. Renu opening the scoring, capitalizing on a defensive error. Watch out for that celebration. Dalima Chiba's ball towards the far post. Ratan Bala's header not on target. Manisha Kalyan with a throw in. This is the incident. El Shaddai was brought down by the trailing leg of Mitchell, resulting into a penalty converted by Ashalata Devi. Gokulam Kerala back on level terms. El Shaddai with a wonderful cross header from Damri Grace off target. This was another chance for Renu from a very acute angle. Tamang's left footer was a tame one. And Manisha Kalyan, look at that, putting it on a platter. Doesn't deal with it. Pavitra, the left full back of Sethu Madurai. She had to pay the price in a big way, as the big man, El Shaddai, was breathing down her necks. And she makes it 2-1. El Shaddai with the guide on, and Manisha Kalyan with the insurance goal. Goal early in the second half will certainly kill the game off. And this was another challenge. And so at half time, it's Sethu Madurai 1, Gokulam Kerala 3. Do not go anywhere. We will join you shortly after this break.
I don't want to lose. I will win. Oh god. I'm so bad at this. I cannot even draw a bird. No, I'm saying I don't even know how to draw a bird.
Ready? Guess it. Take a random guess. Yeah, though.
And show to that camera.
Look at this.
Similar, no sir? इसका थोड़ा मोटा, इसका मोटा मेरा छोटा वाला.
This is a tree. That's not a tree. Here. Okay, yeah, this one tree. Yeah.
Oh.
It's 1-1. This one you
Two,
go.
I think.
It's 1-1. My drawing is really bad. That's what I told you. I cannot even draw both.
Should we give her 1.5?
Yeah,
For the flower?
that's not fair. We'll see it after my round is done.
No, it's not. That's only fair. You have to give, no?
I cannot feel anything. What the hell? Can we have another round of the drawing again? I didn't feel anything. Yeah, and just smaller drawings, yeah.
Smaller.
I drew a sun and a tree. Okay. Is that what you Okay, that's 1-1. What? What?
You want to
Again,
draw
again.
Okay.
That's all I could do. It's a bird. I could just feel her go like. I think you might just bring this one as well. Okay, I'll start. You ready?
Okay.
Who is the all-time highest goal scorer and number of goals? All-time. Any Indian football.
Saladin.
And number of goals? Any guess? No. Did you get half point? You get half point. You get the name correct. Yeah. No, it's less.
42.
You've taken 3 now, man.
41.
You get 0.1. 0.5, sorry.
Name all the winners of the year of IWL. Yes.
Just starting saying the name.
Yeah. Name of the winners and the years of IWL.
I'll go backwards. Last time was Gokulam, then it was SETHU, then it was first edition was ESU, like you just said. Yeah, ESU again. ESU 1-2 edition, and then this is the 5th edition, huh? This is so I got 4 correct. SETHU, Gokulam, ESU. Who did ESU play at the final against? Next year. You played for Rising Students that year, no? That's how I know, because you traveled for your exam, you came back. When was the last time Gokulam played against SETHU and what was the score?
2019.
No. You've taken 3 tries. Just guess the score. What was the score? Take a wild guess.
3-1.
You close, but that's not the score line. Take one more. Done. Lost the start. It was 2020 last IWL edition, Bangalore. 3-0 was the score. Gokulam won against SETHU. 3-0.
How many goals has SETHU scored in this season?
Oh god. 50. Oh god. I know this. I checked the table yesterday. 38. Is it correct? I said 30. She was like, yeah. Is it correct? No. Oh God, I checked the people yesterday. 30. What was I supposed to do?
Okay, 38.
But it's more than 30, but it's less than 45. 42?
No, done. 41.
How many goals has Gokulam scored this season? Now you tell me. Now you keep calculating.
60, I think.
No.
58.
No.
Close enough for yeah. Some you guys are saying
Higher.
no.
Higher.
65.
No. It's lesser than that. So you lose this round as well. 63. Scored 60.
I said the 63.
No, you said 60 first. You said 60, then you went to 58, then you said 65. You didn't come in the middle. Yeah.
What did you say?
I think. Okay, of course, I'm going to go in my favor in favor of Gokulam. I think we're going to win the game by 3-0. 3-0.
That was the only time
or 3-1. Yeah. Anju?
SETHU won again.
Prediction.
Yeah,
The
I'll
team we
go
lost to,
in the
which was
favor
the
of
team
my
we
club.
lost in the semi-final.
Yeah, obviously,
Final
because I want to
score
win.
2-0.
So, no.
Score
Am
name.
I closer?
2-1. Yeah, बस एक बार चलते हैं.
ये
You
नहीं
get
यार.
3-0, 3-1. 2-1.
And welcome back to the live coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League. It is the potential title decider between SETHU Madurai and Gokulam Kerala, with Gokulam Kerala leading by 3-1 going into the break.
हम लोग बहुत अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करके आया दो लॉन्ग जर्नी है. अभी इस बार सबके साथ खेलना पड़ेगा ना, तो अच्छा लग रहा है. सबसे अभी फाइनल जैसा आगे लास्ट गोकुलम के साथ खेलना है. हम लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है खेलने के लिए, ट्रॉफी लेने में.
I think so. This year has been good for IWL, so because it has gone all the way to the last match. So Gokulam is a very good side and experienced side, but we also have few experienced players in our department, and we have an advantage of youth. We will be eager to go for this kind of a match. I think this kind of a match for my players, it's an opportunity to show them like we are good enough, at least show their what do you say, their potential, and see they can. It's a platform where they can knock on the national team door also. So I think such games are where players can show their character. So I think final. I think it's more about my players than me. So it's all about them. I think they have to have that belief, to believe in themselves that they are the best. So if they do that, I think we'll come up with the
They have always produced some stalwarts. And Kanika Burman is ready to blow the whistle for the second half. She checks her watch, looking for the final confirmation from the match commissioner, Sudhir Menon. And well on the way to Kalinga in the early evening. It was almost all as if the clouds came out in search of the front seats for this big game. And you have to appreciate the culture and tradition. And this game is as regular as the tides in Odisha. And we are underway with the second half under the lights here at the Kalinga Stadium. The presence of the fans and an athletic turf in the middle makes this venue so intimate. It is also one of the primary venues for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, which is going to be held in India later this year, and also will be hosting the SAF Under-20 Championship in the month of July. It's a wayward clearance. Renu setting it up. No conviction in the shot. And that won't bother Aditi Chauhan. An attempt from the number 11, Grace. Ashalata Devi. And Gokulam got to be very careful to the ways they approach the first 15 minutes of the second half. That is going to be very crucial. And Manisha Kalyan really making life difficult for Arifa. And Anju Tamang mostly involved in terms of defensive works. And SETHU Madurai as a team completely pegged back. Throw in for SETHU. Anju Tamang hustled off the ball. But Grace was close to cover her mistake. And now Dalima Chiba. She's got to deal with the pace of Sandhya. She was awarded the best player of the Hero Indian Women's League a couple of seasons ago. She can produce and score both. We saw a glimpse of her against Hunts. In the last game, it was a 5-0 victory for SETHU Madurai. And Anju Tamang from distance. And lots of human traffic in front of her. Two glaring mistakes from SETHU Madurai. Punished in both the occasions, and Gokulam Kerala have hardly been wasteful in front of goal tonight. And that is the experience, that is the quality of this team. They know how to play a final. Moving the ball into the opposition's box with minimal touches, but the effect is maximum. Kashmina with a clever turn. There's Grace. SETHU Madurai trying to make something happen, but the number 12 Kartiga seems like she's gotten off the wrong side of the bed. And just marshalling the defense from behind Aditi Chauhan. Since 1991, the top women's football tournament in India has been the Indian Women's Football Championship. which served as a female equivalent of Santosh Trophy, with states competing against each other. There had not been an organized national football league for women's. However, the first women's state football league was set up in 1976 in Manipur. The Indian Football Association of West Bengal founded Calcutta Women's League in 1993. The league also started in Mumbai and Goa back in 1998 and 99 respectively. But in 2014, after the success of the Indian women's team mainly in the SAF Women's Championship, a push to start a women's football league along the lines of recently started and successful Indian Super League happened. And the first edition was held back in 2016 at Cuttack. In 2017, Shillong was the venue, the Nehru Stadium. Rising Students were the champions after beating Eastern Sporting Union in the final. And all the matches so far were played at the Guru Nanak Stadium in Ludhiana, the 2018 edition, where the teams divided into two groups and played against each other once. And the top two teams competed in the semi-final. We'll come back to that. Outside of the boot attempt from Renu. A very, very cheap giveaway from Ritu Rani. Not having the greatest of the nights, the number 16. All her mistakes are very tactfully covered by Ashalata Devi tonight. And you can see putting it out of play, Ritu Rani not at her usual self. And looking slightly nervous. Maybe nervous of playing of the final. Deceived by the bounce. This has opened up for Elizabeth. But wonderful challenge once again from Ashalata Devi. Keeping the number 27 at bay. And that is how once again Ritu Rani's mistake covered up by Ashalata Devi. And just seconds before I was talking about it. Look at that. Closing down the angle at the right time. And now looking to pile on the pressure, Sethu Madurai. The last edition before the pandemic of the Hero Indian Women's League was held in Bengaluru, where we had the Hero I-League qualifiers last season. A slight deflection. This might be risky for Aditi Chauhan, but the luck of the day is lying with Gokulam Kerala. A slight deflection of Kashmina. And Gokulam Kerala were crowned champions after beating Tipsa by 3-2 in the final. The Eastern Sporting Union, the side from Manipur, were the champions of the inaugural edition of the Hero Indian Women's League. Under the guidance of Bem Devi. Bala Devi, as I mentioned, is the all-time top goal scorer with 38 goals. And Nepal's Sabitra Bhandari, she is the second highest goal scorer with 31. And Ratan Bala with 25. Sandhya was very, very entertaining last term. Kamala Devi scored 22 goals. Dangmei Grace 15. Chadai netting in 20. Just in 11 matches. With still about half an hour remaining in this game. More than half an hour, rather. About 36 minutes. The game is completely in Gokulam Kerala's control now. SETHU Madurai getting under the pressure as the minutes tick by. Ratan Bala just too strong for the challenge from Elizabeth. Ashalata Devi with the header. She is having a terrific game tonight. She is certainly a big match player. Covering up with Rani on her mistakes. Dalima Chibar also not joining the overlap. As you can see, Gokulam Kerala always having numbers back behind the ball. And now Manisha Kalyan looking to take on Arifa. Running out of space, compelled to play towards Ranjana Chanu with an early ball in into no man's land. Ashalata, and upon her was Anjutamang. The government of Odisha, they really gained a widespread reputation for the successful execution of the 90 days challenge for hosting the 2017 Asian Athletics Championship. When the former venue Ranchi backed off from hosting the event 3 months prior. Now this is looking good. That's more like it for SETHU Madurai. Ambitious attempt from Renu. There was absolutely no one in blue waiting inside the box, and she had no other options than to pull the trigger. The Gokulam player is down. The referee seeks for medical intervention. Oh, goodness me, a stretcher is out as well. Looks like it's Dalima Chiba. She's had a commendable season. Both defensively as well as attackingly. Anthony Andrews having a word with Karishma Shirvoika, the youngster. One of his weapons of mass destruction. And always a very handy player to have as an option on the bench. Here comes SETHU Madurai. The pullback is straight into the feet of Ratan Bala. And she was perfectly placed and on rushing. And number 11 was stopped on her tracks, Grace. It looks like she's got the freedom to glow slightly forward from her deep position. Gokulam Kerala coming into this on the back of a 7-1 victory against Odisha Sports. The biggest margin win in this edition of the Hero Indian Women's League was the opening game against Odisha Police. And that was a 12-0 victory. And SETHU Madurai, they started off their campaign with a 6-1 win against Mata Rukmani. There's the ball in. Cleared away with absolute easy pickings for the Gokulam Kerala defense. They're trying to exert a lot of pressure. As we touch the hour mark here at the Kalinga Stadium, it's still 3-1 in Gokulam's favour. And a change. This is the move I was talking about. Karishma Shirvoika will be coming on, replacing Soumya, the number 19. Who was the hero of the match against Sirvodem. Just the game before taking on Odisha Sports. Work in progress for Sethu. It's not done yet. The lack of adequate publicity of the Indian Women's League has not deterred the competitiveness of the teams and the quality of football that the women have put on show in Bhubaneswar. And apart from Gokulam Kerala, who have been topping the league table by the virtue of goal difference. And Manisha Kalyan win it in a great area. El Shaddai, she is one-on-one. Can she get the shot away? Defenders quickly converging on the Ghanaian. She loses her balance. Close shaves for Sethu Madurai. And that would have been a nail in the coffin. And that would have been the game set match for Gokulam. And Manisha Kalyan once again with a defense splitting pass. Back-to-back Tamil Nadu state team champions are playing a major part in the development of women's football, and they have the belief to breach the unbreachable. Since a lot of players from Tamil Nadu, the communication on and off the field has been great, and even the players from other parts of India and those from outside have been committed to the team and worked hard on gelling with the teammates. And Sandhya added on the secret of Sethu's run this season. Renu Rani, she is the top scorer, and she scored today as well. Before the game, she spoke about not thinking too much about the goal difference, but they go into every game wanting full 3 points. The India international, Renu Rani summoned, being a part of the national camp has helped her performance. And the hard work and training in terms of strength, building techniques, etc. is helping her give her best for Sethu. And also the exposure trips have certainly helped. And Sethu's 37 goals in the 10-match winning streak. And they look a shade dull compared to the rivals Gokulam's 66. The 2018-19 champions have the capacity to score plenty with their arsenal of attacking players, but with just a few minutes remaining, how much of that is possible is the question. We are already midway through the second half, and the remote is in Gokulam Kerala's hand. Sethu Madurai dancing to the tunes of Gokulam Kerala. Manisha Kalyan, the left footer, cutting in from the right side, completely outfoxing and teasing Pavitra. Attracting a lot of interest from other Asian countries, Manisha Kalyan. Gokulam Kerala bench looking much more relaxed. A smile on Jyoti's face. And they know things are working according to their plan. Manisha Kalyan, cute little pull back towards the edge of the area. El Shaddai leaves it for Manisha Kalyan. Manisha Kalyan steps inside, but the shot is wide. This is truly sensational from Gokulam. Human poetry. Flat four and the second back four is completely resolved. And this Gokulam Kerala system with the usage of 4 players row, the development of complex soccer formations and systems play was also incorporated into this designation. The logical division into defense, midfield and offense was lost in the process. This differentiation is still far more apparent to the layman. 4-2-3-1 is thus a 4-5-1. At this point, to a strongly positioned midfield. And the trisection of the system may sound easier, but often leads to misunderstandings. The 4-2-3-1 explains the tactical concept far more clearly. Furthermore, there are additional 4-5-1 system, like for example the 4-1-4-1. All those intrications are part of those courses. Randy Singh was with East Bengal. He was an assistant to coach last season. Nerajuddin Wadu was in charge of Sudeva Delhi in the Hero I League. Gokulam Kerala's El Shaddai, she is booked. A taken shot. Trying lots of methods and lots of justice tricks. This Gokulam Kerala defense is standing tall like a tower. Tashanaka Devi leading by example among them. This is Manisha Kalyan with a clean set of heels. El Shaddai from a very difficult angle opened up her body towards the right corner of the penalty area. And the ball was eventually arriving towards Karishma. And it has eventually crossed the line. And this is looking good. Gokulam Kerala once again. This time keeping their foot in the pedal. They know need a goal here to kill this game off. Flag stays down. Karishma Shirvoika. And a deflection off a blue shirt. Third corner of the game for Gokulam Kerala. And the left full back Ranjana Chanu. This time taken shot. Ranjana onto her weak side. This low cross might be difficult for the defenders. And there's the free header from Dalima Chiba. He could have done much better. Allowed time on the ball. Going for it first time. And he sees it saved by the goalkeeper. And now Arifa, the right full back. was out. Studs were visible. And that was a reckless challenge on Karishma Shirvoika. A sign of frustration from Sethu Madurai. Dalima Chiba, she excels with set pieces. A bit of a tricky angle, but conducive for a right footer in case she can apply the right technique. It is possible to get their goal number 4, putting her laces to it, using her outstep, getting the right curl she was looking for. And there's the confirmation of the yellow to Velgampuri, known as Grace of Sethu Madurai. It's Manisha Kalyan. The silky skills from the number 12. Manisha Kalyan afforded time and space on the ball. El Shaddai with the attempt. It took a couple of deflections in the way. Another corner now for Gokulam. They want to finish this game on a high. Kashmina to Karishma Shirvoika. Incredible distance on the cross. It was sent in with too much pace. Difficult to control for Dalima Chiba. The mighty sides have rubbed shoulders with each other throughout the season and are level in terms of points for the defending champions Gokulam. Everyone mentioned have the slight edge. Shed light on the season so far in the approach for the ultimate clash. We'll come back to that. El Shaddai, Manisha Kalyan with a lot of power behind that shot, but couldn't direct it goalwards. Crispin mentioned the Gokulam Kerala, the experienced side, but they have the experience. The players in their team, they also have the advantage of youth players who will be eager to go into this kind of a match. It's an opportunity for them to show the potential and character. The game is all about the players. They need to have the belief that they are the best. If they do that, they can bring home the trophy. He sounded candid. Karishma Shirvoika. That was a bright thought from Manisha Kalyan, but the offside flag going up against Karishma Shirvoika. Sandhya, Sethu Madurai skipper, also joined to express her views, and previously they have focused to face tough opponents and kickstart arrows in SSB, and went into those games fully prepared and came back with points. The forward has been solid at the front for the Tamil Nadu based side. Will be looking to inspire her side to victory on the final day. It has been a long journey. The time is ticking away. We are into the last quarter. And whistle for the second hydration break of this game. Sethu are a side that has a number of local players from Tamil Nadu, and their policy of promoting the players from the state has done wonders to take women's football forward together. Let's have a look at the goals, beginning with the first one, Renu's header, capitalizing on a defensive error, out jumping Ashalata Devi of Aditi Chauhan. And this is how Sethu Madurai took the lead, and El Shaddai was stripped. Ashalata Devi capitalizing on the spot kick, bringing her side back into the game. Manisha Kalyan, dazzling and daunting down the left, setting it up for El Shaddai. Miscued clearance from Pavitra. Let's see a 7-style celebration from the Ghanaian star. She played for Black Stars. Soumya's cross, which resulted into the third goal for Gokulam. Elchadai just firing it on towards Manisha Kalyan, towards the back post. Just had to tap it in. She never going to miss those from that sort of range. And surging with confidence. And certainly some tiring legs around. It's quite humid. Ranjana Chanu. A sliding challenge coming in. In steps Sashalata Devi. Sending it on the rise was Kashmina. Nice clean catch for the goalkeeper Soumya. She is beaten thrice tonight. SETHU Madurai promoting a lot of local players over the years. And now they can see the results, and they have so many talented young girls from Tamil Nadu who have proved their worth for both clubs and state and have gone on to play for the national team as well. He has also opened up about his side's preparation for the game. It's an amazing feeling, he mentioned. And the players are pumped up and everybody is looking forward to the game. Advancing into the opposition's area, Elizabeth cleaning up the danger. Kashmina with her industrious work in the heart of midfield for Gokulam tonight. And she is closely partnered by Ratan Bala. Kiran and Karishma Shivwaikar coming on for Soumya is the only change made by Anthony Andrews. He's deciding to go with a tried and tested lineup for this mouth-watering clash. The ball is eventually over Dalima Chiba, and now she is out of position. Anju Tamang galloping in dangerously. Beautifully cut out by Riturani this time. Got to stop it from going out. Managing to do so, SETHU Madurai. Sandhya with the cross. Elizabeth's header. It was in fact a shader from the number 27. Goal kick for Gokulam. Chauhan. Play restarts. Devi receiving the first pass inside the 18-yard box. And meanwhile, Elizabeth of SETHU Madurai. She is lying down injured. And SETHU Madurai wants their number 27 to be fit, safe and sound for the remaining 11 minutes if they are to make something of this game. They are trailing by 2 goals. But stranger things have happened in this sport in the past. This comeback from here on is very much possible. SETHU Madurai getting a change ready. Number 17, Durga, who will be coming on. And off goes Kartiga, number 12. And Elizabeth is still limping, receiving treatment on the touchline. And meanwhile, we do hope she is absolutely fine. Smartly playing it between the lines. SETHU Madurai just inviting Gokulam Khel upon them to exploit the gap behind the defense line. But Ashalata Devi is very much present to arrest the situation. Orifa. Under a bit of a pressure was Kaushalya, but Anju Tamang bailing her out. A regulation time of 9 minutes remaining. Each and every second is important for Sethu Madurai. Gokulam Kerala, they will just look to keep possession of the ball and knock it around from right to left, play short passes, trying to frustrate Sethu Madurai by keeping prolonged possession. And that shape in midfield is beautifully marshalled. There is a certain discipline involved. Sethu Madurai, they eventually have to keep coming back every time they plan to make an inroad near the final third. It's been a remarkable season for Gokulam Kerala and the Indian domestic football. They are literally unstoppable. Dalima Chiba with a reverse pass. El Shaddai looks up once and delivers. Far too behind Manisha Kalyan. Anju Tamang retrieves it and looking to trigger a quick counter. Ratan Bala making sure that is not possible as she breaks the move down before it could even develop. Cracked up Manisha Kalyan. Chauhan, she's been very vocal, the Gokulam Kerala skipper. She's been a wall in goal throughout the season and also expressed her thoughts. She's glad the title is decided on the final day of the league, which is very exciting, and the players looking forward to it. They are just few minutes away from defending the Hero Indian Women's League. Of local players as well. The national team players, it's going to be a tough job. But they gave the 100% in the field of play tonight. And Devneta Roy, the number 22, comes on for Sethu Madurai, and she scored a wonderful brace. The player who comes from West Bengal, stealing the limelight in the previous game against against Hunts Women Football Club, the Delhi League champions. She was preferred over Elizabeth, justifying her inclusion in the starting 11 by scoring 2 very quick goals. This is Chibar, not taking any risks whatsoever. Sandhya with the throw-in. The space was too tight near the byline. Excellent composure shown there by Ashalata Devi. She scored 2 goals, both of them from spot kick in crucial moments. Now into the path of Dangmei Grace. Karishma Shirvaika is racing from the near side. Manisha Kalyan asking for it. Goes behind Ratan Bala. Ashmina is unmarked. Ranjana Chanu on the overlap. Manisha Kalyan ahead of her. Excellent 1-2. She might go all the way here. A very clever low cross from the number 12. Pulling off a stunning save from Soumya. Thinking with a lot of cunning here. The ball was eventually bouncing in. Soumya doing remarkably well to get down on time and save the blushes for her team. Ranjana Chanu's corner. Into the roof of the net. You can see both her thighs heavily strapped. Might be getting off the treatment table. to get involved in this game, and why not? This is the ultimate fixture in the Hero Indian Women's League. And every Indian women's football players who are playing in the domestic league will dream to play a game of this stature. And they've done it with a 3-2 scoreline. Gokulam Kerala back in 2020. It's 3-1 this time. Scoring 3 goals in the cup final. SETHU Madurai's title hopes were washed away. Soft foul, free kick conceded by Gokulam Kerala, and that was the incident. Ranjana Chanu with a challenge from behind. Renu. In the second half, SETHU Madurai, they've had 54% ball possession. Gokulam Kerala just allowing them to keep the ball in their zone. Unless someone from midfield start breaking those lines. Shadai with the defensive work, finally cleared by Dalima Chiba. Sandhya keeps going, shot pulled from behind, there's the pull back on point, slight deflection, and inches away from Renu. And so lucky Gokulam Kerala. A second goal was knocking on the door for SETHU Madurai, and the closest they have gotten in the second half. And somehow that hasn't been a goal. El Shaddai with a long strides, 50-50 situation. Keeper bailing her defense out from the sticky situation. Soumya this time with her heroics. Scanning the environment in the middle of the park, picking out the right passes, the right players at the right time. She's got a wonderful stamina and her willingness to run directly to defense. You'll see her operate down the middle and also drift into the flanks. A very versatile attacker, can play anywhere across that front four. A very handy player to have in the team as well. Committing herself early, Ashanata Devi this time, but she's got a couple of maroon shirts behind her for protection. Anthony Andrews, he is on the cusp of a famous win. All those hard works, all his plans have beared fruits in the Hero Indian Women's League. Their mission is quite successful. They just got to hold on for the next 180 seconds. The countdown begins in the Gokulam Kerala camp. But can Renu put a dampener to that moment? Oh, what a save from Aditi Chauhan from a close range. Hands on the heads for Renu. A very crucial save. And Devneta Roy denied from close range by Aditi Chauhan. Renu Rani, she has been the most threatening player from SETHU Madurai's point of view in this game. She has been their bright spot. impossible for SETHU Madurai. They need 3 goals. They can't even do it with a draw. This is Dangmei Grace. She is one of the favourites for the Hero of the Match award tonight. For her wonderful display, she's got excellent vision and excellent creativity. One of those things which makes her stand out in the field of play is her space manipulation. That is so crucial in an evenly contested game like this. Now Renu Rani asking questions of the Gokulam Kerala defence, and those are indeed very difficult ones. Just not finding the cutting edge in front of goal. Will be making way for her. The left full back comes on. A defensive move from Anthony Andrews. A very smart one as well. Also buying a few important seconds in the bargain. Regulation time of last 20 seconds remaining. The countdown begins in the Gokulam Kerala technical area. Dalima Chuba, this is going to be the last move of the game. The referee has already taken the whistle on her mouth. Kanika Burman blows the full-time whistle, and Gokulam Kerala are the champions of the Hero Indian Women's League's 5th edition. And Jyoti is even joining the party with a broken leg. A heartbreak for SETHU Madurai. But Gokulam Kerala players and the fans, their heart is filled with joy. It has been a wonderful campaign for them. One of the most successful clubs in Indian football in the recent time. Winners of the Durand Cup back in 2019. Successfully defending the Hero I-League title back-to-back seasons. And the women's team replicating the success of the men's. The example set up by Vincent